ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a these ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a in jail I had. I make you cut off the think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my at the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable to us.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now Jameis on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Even.
From the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again with Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jameis again. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Winston. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And incomplete to open things up. The Giants and Bucs, these 2 teams, they met in Week 4 last year in Tampa Bay, and it was Nick Folk with a game-winning field goal, 25-23, and at the time, that sent New York to 0-4.
And how about the last 2 to get them to 0-4? Lost on a 61-yard field goal at the buzzer by Philadelphia kicker Jake Elliott. And then they lose this one to Nick Folk in Tampa.
Yeah, and then, of course, everyone knew the rest of the story. A season that Giant fans would like to forget. And now running right through it. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
All right, now look at 56. Look at
From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Leopard! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
The pitch goes to Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd, eluding the pressure right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 36, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action now, Winston. Evans has it left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Ready. Blue ready.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Winston in at their 25-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
Following the interception, got his man complete over the middle. That's Howard's up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball in Oliver's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he won.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't. Looking downfield, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception on the crossing route. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. First down, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now out come the Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And spins away. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Golden Tate's going to go. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, 82 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd down, Winston. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That goes for a gain of 31.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Detroit! Detroit!
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. The left side completion to Jones. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Winston. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for a loss of 5.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Forced out to his left. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 49 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jameis now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Fancy footwork at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jameis to throw it. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that goes for a gain of 31. Now a play fake here on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
To the air again with Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd down, Winston eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Goggins get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Call it a gain of 5. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So that one will be accepted. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. PAT up and good by Rosas, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need to be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. Looking downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jackson flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end right. Detroit! Hot!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. This is Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
Detroit!
Jackson now. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now Jameis on 2nd down. That's caught by Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a tee for them. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A handoff to Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Again, it's Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Now Winston. He's got Evans. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Winston to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. The first down throw for Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there. They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game.